Interpreters are essential in multilingual audits, but they also introduce one of the biggest hidden risks: auditors rarely hear the original answer. They hear an adjusted, condensed, culturally softened version of it. Even the most skilled interpreters make judgment calls in real time. They simplify complex terms, skip minor details, smooth out hesitation, or reword negative statements to sound more polite or acceptable. This subtle shaping of language can distort the evidence, weaken findings, and conceal non-compliance. This is over-reliance on interpreters, and it affects every global auditor, whether they realize it or not. Why interpreter distortion happens? Interpreters don't intend to mislead. Their role is to maintain flow, clarity, and social harmony. But those goals conflict with the auditor's goal of precision. 1. Meaning gets compressed. Long explanations get shortened. Ambiguity gets tidied. Nuance disappears. The auditor receives a clean summary instead of the exact statement. 2. Technical terms get simplified or replaced. Interpreters often choose the most understandable word, not the closest technical match. A single substituted term can shift the meaning of the process. 3. Cultural politeness shapes the message. Negative answers get softened. Hesitation becomes confidence. Criticism becomes suggestion. The auditor hears a more acceptable version of the truth. Why this is dangerous in global audits. Interpreter-filtered answers can lead to findings based on summaries, not evidence. Misinterpreted compliance. NCRs missed because the real answer never arrived. Inaccurate conclusions in closing meetings. Conflicting understanding between sites. Weak corrective actions based on incomplete information. The audit becomes dependent on what the interpreter decided to transfer. Signs auditors often miss. These situations are common. The interpreter answers faster than the operator. Answers sound unusually polished. Technical terminology seems inconsistent. Negative statements always sound gentle or vague. The interpreter explains instead of directly translating. Long responses get reduced to one sentence. These are red flags of interpretation drift. Why standard audit techniques don't resolve this? Closed questions, open questions, interview structure, none of these stop interpreters from smoothing, summarizing, or adjusting language. Auditors need controls, not assumptions. What auditors should do immediately to minimize interpreter distortion. 1. Ask critical questions in simple English. Short, clear questions reduce the need for interpretation decisions. 2. Require direct translation, not summaries. The interpreter must relay exact wording, even if messy or indirect. 3. Watch the operator during the response. Body language often reveals gaps between what is said and what is translated. The insight. Interpreters are a necessity, but also a linguistic filter. Unless auditors control how critical content is translated, they risk basing findings on adjusted meaning rather than operational truth. Hidden risk number 10 reminds us that accurate audits require hearing the answer, not just the interpretation.